If you live in America, you saw that Kamala Harris absolutely dog-walked Donald Trump not too long ago in the presidential debate. And for about the first 20 minutes, Donald Trump looked like the most Andrew Tate version of himself, just so composed, answering the facts and sticking to it. And all it took to get under that man's skin was just talk about his rallies. Kamala invited people to go to his rallies, and to perk them up, he said, "Say what?" Just so you could see people leave, and that's when he absolutely lost it. He said, "They're coming for your pets, they're coming for your cats, they're coming for your dogs," and holy crap, I honest to God, I'm a little frustrated as just somebody who's going in there hoping to hear some policies get laid out in an intellectual debate, and instead it was just a total shit show. But this is going to be a lead up to the event, and then a little bit of a snippet of the event, and then coverage afterwards, and kind of me popping along in the way, kind of giving my 2 cents, because this night you're gonna see was just simply a roller coaster.
By unless something breaks, and there's a possibility things can break. They both have opportunities and they both have challenges. But
There we
as we
go.
stand now, this looks like another race that will be settled by somewhere in the ballpark of 100 to 150,000 votes divided between 3 or 4 states.
How
And
is it
those
that
states are
close?
Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, maybe North Carolina, and Nevada. And Nebraska's second congressional district could come into this as well. You can give it those scenarios.
Lord, right.
That's the world. That's the world we live in now with these hypotheticals. Because it's so close, you have to explore and look under every rock and explore every hypothetical.
See, this is where I think they push in a narrative where things are they actually are. It's the same. I think starts the same idea where it's like people saying, "Hey, rumor has it X, Y, and Z," and it's these guys who are starting the rumor. Yeah, you're the one who has the rumor has it. It's you propagates and starts stuff. I'm not saying this guy individually, but I just say in general. That's what
I
it
would
feels
say the
like.
vice president has.
The elephant in the room. Obviously, when the debate was happening, I was working with a headset mic combo. Since then, I went out and got a much better mic. It was a temporary situation, and it was just super bad. But we're coming up to a point where they were talking about how this is more or less going to be a job interview for Kamala Harris, because most people don't know her, that she hid behind Joe Biden. And we all know this, that they really are trying to keep her out of the limelight. But now that she's in the limelight, we really got to see what she is like. And this was now post hindsight's 2020, looking at it, she did look very presidential. She definitely looked more prepared, and she looked calm, cool, and composed. And honest to God, I was watching the Andrew Schultz podcast, and I think somebody in there said it to where she pointed out that Donald Trump could get manipulated by Putin, CCP, and all of these other manipulators and or these dictators, and she manipulated him like as she was doing it. It was just a crazy point. So I may disagree with the gentleman in the video right now, but looking back at it, I still disagree. Not as to the as far as the extent.
She is exactly where she needs to be. A lot of people don't know her as well as we do, and she's got a chance. This is a job interview for her. This is not about Donald Trump. This is not about insults. This is not about nonsense. This is a job interview for her to look at the Kamala curious people out there, a bunch of Kamala curious folks, and tell them what she's going to do. And I'm excited because I think when people hear from her, a lot of people are going to say, this is somebody who could be the commander-in-chief right now.
All right, we are going to hold that. We are clipping the hell out of that. And after the debate, after 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 25 seconds, we're going to come back and we're going to see if people are really that excited about Kamala, and to see, the people who are on the fence for Kamala after she has spoken and done her word salad. Did people eat the word salad? Did they appreciate the word salad that she delivered with lemon vinegar? We're going to find out. Okay, so we're back from that, and I have to say, who do you think won? I bet you my money is you think the person who you are already going to vote for won that debate. I will say Kamala did beat him in this debate. Overall, I don't know if it was enough to sway anybody who was really in the middle, because it was just an utter shit show of the election. It was definitely a 3v1. If anybody is in here who's a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, it felt very similar to Gojo fighting Sukuna and 2 other people here at the end of the series. I'm not going to spoil it any further. If you know, you know. But to lighten up the mood and to kind of put my fist in my mouth, there is a little cartoon that I saw right before the debate started. And it's just too good for me not to share. So I'll come back to you just like 60 seconds. This is too good.
Woman. Woman speaking.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I think tonight's gonna go. Yeah. What about you guys?
I'm speaking.
Kamala, the moderators have decided that the mics will be muted like in the last debate, so no one can interrupt you. Isn't that great? The number of people entering this country
No
is
way.
bigger than maybe any time in
No
history.
way.
People are struggling to afford food, and she wants to
Holy
get more food
shit.
stuff.
You know, looking back at it, this is kind of accurate. It got, or at least Kamala's dream was active. She did dog walk his ass. So hopefully Donald, hey, wake up and be more like this freaking cartoon where you're just speaking to the facts to where all of these questions should be slam dunks. Hey, I'm going to fix this. Back when I was the president, everything was lower employment, gas prices were lower, food was lower. She's in here, everything's higher. She's talking about when she gets in office, she's going to make change. She's already in office. You want to make change? Let me change it up and get back into office, because that was the biggest change we've seen. I thought we were going to get layups and slam dunks like that. Boy, did we not. It could be lean, mean, and one productive ass machine.
Vice president, and people have to believe that you can ascend to the office and hold the office. But more importantly, it's responsibility. How much are people going to hold her responsible for the current administration? That's really the
That
game,
they're so
because
that
people want
they're so
change,
proud
and
of,
decisions have
right?
been
They're
made,
so
and
proud
can
of this
Trump
administration. They've done.
focus the debate on that, and if he does, how will she absorb that? Is she going to stick with Biden?
Actually,
And that's the question.
Ashley, what do you say?
We use different language to describe people. So we say go off the
Hold on.
rails. Go off the rails for Kamala Harris means something totally different than go off the rails for Donald Trump. And I think we should just be mindful about that application of different types of
Wow.
candidates.
See,
What I
look at
know
that
is that
gaslighting.
nobody can
Look at
predict
that.
what is going
Did
to
you see how
happen.
they
But
gaslight
tonight,
that?
there are
Don't let them
probably
manipulate
people
like
who are
that.
gonna watch the television screen
These
and
people
see
are
something
so
that they never thought was
manipulative. What the
possible in their
fuck?
life, and I
I
just
still stand 10 toes down on that. Don't let these freaking mainstream news media gaslight you. And look how picky they are with the wording and how they say things. You really do have to listen to what they say and then put it into context of what you just heard, to what you're thinking about, and make sure you're not getting gaslit, you're not getting manipulated. But I went back and I was watching this whole debate. And earlier I said, I think that Kamala really just started, like, really had the hook in Donald Trump's mouth and pulled her away, when I thought it was when she brought up the rallies. But I think she notices it, and we'll watch the video when we remember when Donald says, "I'm speaking, I'm speaking." That sound familiar? You see her face, and when I first saw it at first glance, it was probably like, "Oh my God, no, you didn't. That was so brat." But when I watched it back at the second time, I think she's in shock to realize, "Oh my God, he took the bait." Just watch it back after we've already seen it, and let me know down below. I honestly think this is when Donald just started going off the rails, and he lost the debate performance from this point going forward.
All that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave
I'm
up
saying
at
Trump is
least 12
not
and probably
better
14 or
for this.
15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Oh
She
no,
went out,
he did not.
she went out
He did
in Minnesota
not.
and
Oh
wanted to let
my
criminals,
God.
old people that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out
What?
of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations
can't
on illegal
The
aliens
one that
that
pulled
are
the
in
I'm
prison.
speaking.
This is a radical
Trump's the one
left
that pulled that?
liberal that
Oh,
would do this.
brother, that
she
was
wants
no
to
good.
confiscate
No,
your
no, no, no,
guns,
no, no, no,
and she
no,
will
no,
never
no.
allow fracking in
Oh man, and if you are like super team MAGA, I hope you didn't get excited when he said that, because it honestly was not a good look. And I'm gonna say it, when JD Vance was elected as his vice president, I was kind of confused. I thought RFK, maybe Tulsi Gabbard, but the more this guy speaks, the more I really, really like this guy. And he kind of comes in at the end of the day on ABC, and I think kind of really rebounds Trump, or at least the Trump team, very, very well, because he's articulate, he's matter of fact, and just listen to how he ends the night, ends out this video, and at the end, let me know down below, did your team win? If not, let me know how they could have won down below. What better facts, what better policies could they have laid out? Could Trump just have stayed matter of fact and been more J.D. Vance like in this debate? Because I think that would have that would have been very good. But now I'm kind of excited to see what comes the next 8 years. J.D. Vance is going to be the future of the president candidates, because if so, I think he's well articulate, and I kind of like the words that are coming out of his mouth. I'm gonna say, okay, I like that. Be smart. Be smarter than children.
If you actually think about what she said, you realize that it doesn't make any sense. She talks a lot about her plans, but then her plans, when you analyze the substance, don't make any sense. And more importantly, John, the American people don't get fed on plans. She has been the vice president for 3.5 years. What she can't do, refuses to do, and has no ability to do is to say, I accomplished lower prices, because she didn't. Or I accomplished lower housing prices because she didn't. Or I secured
Oh my God. What a slam dunk. They're trying to shut him up, and he's not letting it.
I think the answer has to be no, John.
Okay.
Senator Vance,
damn.
Thank you for joining us, Mary.
They were trying to shut him up. They were like, yo, cut him, cut him. Wow, and they're not even going to talk about that? Yo, don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them gaslight you. Holy.